What's up, everybody? This is Henry Fleischer here from the Cannabis Dispatch, also the CBD Business Networking Facebook group, and I have a very special guest today. I have Candace Heath from Illmatic CBD. So, Candace, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, everyone. My name is Candace Heath. I'm located in Queens, New York, and my company name is Illmatic, from farm to NYC. We came into existence as of last year during the pandemic. I started using CBD through a tea, and my question was, how much CBD is actually in here? When we did some more research, even though it said CBD, it did not have that much CBD in it. So I realized that a lot of places that they were selling CBD products and not giving high quality CBD. So I definitely wanted to give quality products for the right price.
Oh,
And
that's awesome. So, so you did mention it was about like the quality of the CBD that made you want to go into the business. Anything else as well, too?
Well, I know if anything that it was going to be a foot in the door once marijuana was going to be legal. So I wanted to get my name out as being a reputable company for CBD. So eventually, if I decided to go into the marijuana business, then it'll just be another stepping stone.
Oh, cool. And what was the toughest thing you went through when you opened up?
Well, just trying to open up was all. I thought it was just going to be, I was going to find a farm and everything was going to be done. And that was that. Not knowing all of New York City laws and regulations and fees. The fees were something else. And I've heard like a lot of stories of a lot of friends that has businesses and they were getting a lot of their products copyrighted. So I wanted to make sure that I did my trademark and everything before I actually launched the products in my business.
Oh, awesome. And what would you say about the toughest thing about having a business currently in 2021?
All of the new regulations, because everything that was set for 2020 has now changed because they reached a point where in the beginning of January, flower wasn't legal to sell, but now it is. And then edibles weren't legal. And I recently had to get a retail license, which I didn't have to do that as of last year. So, there's a lot more fees, and I guess the government is cracking down just to make sure everyone is doing the right thing, and so that way they can get taxed correctly.
I got you. And so, yeah, if a potential customer was to look at your business and three others, why would you suggest they give you a try first?
Well, first I will ask them if they have any conditions that they were actually worried about, right? I just don't sell a product saying like, hey, you need CBD. I need to know, is there any kind of underlying condition? Then I tell them exactly where my CBD comes from. It's from a farm in New York. It's from a USDA organic farm. They used to sell vegetables before they started to do hemp. So if anything, they have any underlying conditions, if they're taking any additional medicine. Because for me, it's not just selling a product. It's not about the sale. It's about the brand itself. I want to give a quality service. So I do my research. I let them know where it's coming from and everything else.
Oh, cool. Yeah, what's the number one way you currently bring in new customers?
Right now, I do a lot of pop-up shops. I'm strictly e-commerce. So if anything, I do a lot of pop-up shops in New York. I try to do different boroughs just to get my name out there. When I do the pop-up shops, they look, because I normally bring flower with me, and that normally grabs their attention. They're like, hey, is that weed? And I'm like, no, it's CBD. And they're like, but it doesn't get you high. And I'm like, no, but it gets you healthy. There's a difference.
Oh, cool. Really cool. So, yeah, so I guess, too, you mentioned you're all e-commerce. So, like, what role has the internet played in your business becoming more prevalent?
Well, now I just recently signed up for like Google Ads. So I'm looking into a lot more of like marketing, like internet marketing ways that I can get my name out, which costs additional fees that I wasn't aware of. But that's about it so far. If anything, I try to do my Instagram, I try to do specials, I try to do giveaways. So hopefully, if anything, just a word of mouth.
Oh, cool. And if you get to look 6 months to a year into the future, where would you like to see your business?
And in stores, in a lot of health food stores, if anything, in a lot of doctors' offices, because I try to promote that CBD is more plant over pills, right? So instead of you getting hooked onto prescription pills, there is a healthier way for you to go. And notice that a lot more people that they're actually a lot more health conscious. So they're trying to eat better and drink more water and exercise. So if anything, that's more my clientele.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So if where do you want your role ideally, like is your business hits that point where it's at its ideal growth, what role do you want to have? Like ideally, like your day to day? Do you want to be like a manager? Do you want to have teams? How do you want it to be?
My ideal role, I still want to be in it because as of right now, I am the photographer, I am the I am the web designer, I am everything. I wear so many hats. So if anything, I still want to still be able to oversee everything because I've been a worker before, and if anything, I know the most important thing is starting from the ground up. So I still want to get my foot in the door, maybe take calls, if I have a customer service department, answer emails. I just want to be the full face and, the go-to. I still want to know how everything runs and works.
Oh, cool. And how are you preparing for New York next year when legal cannabis can be made in stores in regular sales?
I don't know, to tell you the truth, because if anything, I'm trying to get CBD into stores. So if anything, that would be my first goal. And then eventually still trying to maybe, bind the two somehow, because I know everyone that is opposed or that isn't opposed to weed, right? They do like the high tendency of the weed, but if anything, I'm trying to let them include the CBD so that way they can get the healthy benefits of it. So maybe
Oh,
do somehow or another combining the weed and the CBD together.
oh, cool. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Because I think too, like I'm curious to see how New York, if it becomes like a weed hub as well too, like after California and Colorado, that'll be interesting to see.
No, I don't know how that's gonna work out because I know a lot of people that's so weed, but then the question is a good quality weed. And then I also know a lot of people that actually have the medical card to get the weed, and they tell me that grade of weed isn't that great. So it's gonna be up in the air. It's gonna be a fight.
Yeah, but I know like they're saying it's projected to be like a $7 billion market in New York State.
Yeah, yeah. CBD is about to be up there also. So
Yeah,
it can.
I kind of like consider it that I know it's like they're different, but I put it under that cannabis umbrella.
Right, right, right. Me too. Because for instance, for 420, everyone is like 420, yeah, we get high, and I'm like, hey, 420, get healthy with CBD. They weren't trying to feel it, but it's like it is what it is. It's just a healthier choice.
You can get both. You can get healthy and high.
You can mix it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely too. I wonder if they grow hybrid plants with THC and the CBD.
Yes.
Oh, they do? Oh, okay.
No, my farm, I believe they're going to start to, right? But
Yeah.
but don't. But the way I sell my flowers, that for all of my weed smokers, they can just take a little bit of my CBD flower, sour space candy, and they can incorporate it in it. And they're like, you can mix it. I'm like, yeah, it's a flower. It's the same exact thing. They're like, let me look into it. I'm like, did you really look into your weed? No, I don't think.
Oh, yeah, I got you. So I'm curious too, like what would you have done differently if you had to start from day one again as well?
To tell you the truth, I actually started with a partner, and I am now solo. So I would just keep everything by myself. I wouldn't do anything different because I've learned a lot just starting the business before the products were even made, just the rules and regulations of New York. So if any, I would just do your research and make sure you have all your I's and T's crossed and dotted.
Yep. I'm curious too, for like if somebody were to buy one of your products, which one would you recommend them to try out?
Well, our topicals sell like crazy. If anything, we do have our 1,000 mg's CBD oil. It has lavender St. John's wort in it. If you have any aches and pains, muscle soreness, any skin issues, our topicals are definitely a winner. We also have our CBD salve that has 500 mg's of CBD. We have two flavors. We have lavender and we have original. And it's USDA organic. So our topicals sell like crazy. For our topicals, you can use this if you have like period cramps, headaches, you can just open it and just rub it right on the spot wherever it's hurting you.
Mm-hmm. And like out of curiosity too, which food would you like to see infused with CBD?
Which food?
Yeah.
So if anything with rice and potato, but I do get a lot of desserts with THC in it, but I would like to see those cakes and those cookies infused with CBD instead.
Oh, I got you. Like me, I like the savory foods. I'll go for like pretzels or chips infused with CBD.
I never had an infused pretzel or chips. I definitely had cake.
Either, but it'd just be interesting to see.
Believe it or not, I recently had flan that was infused, and that was absolutely delicious.
Oh, fruit. Oh, I go with fruit too, infused with like that'd be awesome too. Yeah, like I'm trying to think what other foods too. Even too with like I know they make butters out of it too. What if you put it like or oils too? You put that in like salad dressing.
Yeah. I was looking into that. Another thing I was looking into is actually using my CBD oils to make skincare.
Oh
because,
yeah.
With acne. So I've personally been using raw aloe, just blending it and putting a couple of drops of my CBD oils.
Oh, sweet. I mean, yeah, there's a whole bunch of things. Like, I wonder if other cosmetics too with CBD as well. What other?
Yeah.
Like nail polish.
You definitely use that for that also.
Yep. Try to think what other anything else you'd like to cover as well too?
If anything, just I would like to see more women in business with CBD. You know, I know that we're actually getting there, and if anything, you know, I just want to see quality CBD products on the market. And that's like my main concern because if anything, if someone has to pick between me and another brand, if anything, I do normally show them the color of our CBD, right? CBD, which is full spectrum. It comes with, you know, it's from the farm straight. It's from the farm, bottled and shipped straight to me. If anything, it's the full plant. So it's not just the nothing's taking out of it or anything like that. Sorry, getting.
Oh, so one thing I wanted to cover as well too. You named your company after one of the greatest hip hop albums of all time. So what other roles does hip hop play within your brand?
Well, if anything, I want to be a urban luxury brand. So that's why it's from farm to NYC, because New York City is known for a lot of things, right? And as of right, what I'm aware of, we don't have any New York. We do have like a lot of CBD companies in New York, but not like a hip hop brand. So if anything, my name is catching a lot of eyes because they're like, hey, is this affiliated with Nas or what's going on? But if anything, Illmatic it's strictly a vibe, right? So once you take my Illmatic products, you will feel good. It's like a 90s vibe. So if anything, I do eventually want to get out there. DJ Envy has a car show in Atlanta. You know, I'm hopefully going to sign up to be a vendor there, and hopefully that would help get my name out into the urban atmosphere.
Yeah, what about it too? If Nas got a hold of your, if he saw the, what?
Oh, how I wish.
Yeah, like it's like I guess yeah. If he gets hold of it, you guys could come up with good ideas on different type brand names too. They could name it after all his albums or songs too.
Great. I mean, I would love for him to partner up or be some sort of investor or just like the spokesperson for Illmatic.
No, you can have like an Aether edition. Ain't
hard to tell. It's like everything.
Oh yeah, ain't hard to tell. Yeah, the world is yours.
One love, everything.
Oh yeah, if I ruled the world.
That would be perfect. Maybe I'll branch out and do that because I still have my CB and CBG oils coming out. So, you know, maybe I might put a spin on the name.
Oh yeah. But what was it that was like, hey, I'm going to choose Illmatic as the name? Were there any other album names or artists that you were thinking about too?
No, he is my favorite. To me, he's a poet. And to me, it's just a good vibe. And it was just raw. Like, I've been listening. I've known Illmatic since I was 14. I'm 40 now. So since I was 14, and it just, when I sat still and I was just thinking of a name, that was the only name that came to me, Illmatic. And to me, it was a straight 90s vibe.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because like there's a lot of albums from the 90s could name a brand after too.
Like it hits differently. It's so funny because when I was trying to get my banking for business, right? And the guy calls me and he was like, Illmatic, and he just starts laughing. I'm like, yeah, do you like the name? He was like, I was so excited to speak to you. And I'm like, that's what I want. I want people to hear Illmatic and just smile and just be excited and just automatically reminisce. So that way, once they finally try our product, they're like, you know what, this is a good vibe. You know, it is what it is.
No, yeah, I'm trying to think of other albums too that like a lot because a lot of albums come with multiple words in their title and they usually have one word in there. So yeah, off the top of my head, I think what other albums have like one word?
I can't think. I mean, Beyonce has 4, but I mean, I don't know. I couldn't think of anything. I couldn't think of.
The Blueprint.
Yeah, but it just well, I'm like Jay-Z over Nas. I'm definitely a Nas fan.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I got you.
And that name just came. It was just like, oh yeah. It was either that or something maybe pertaining to Tupac. Because after Nas is Tupac.
Oh, so it's Nas and Tupac are your go-to artists?
And then from there, then I move on to reggae.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're from Queens though too. Not that's like Nas is a Queens guy too.
I'm definitely in Queens. He reps Queens. So it had to be. It was either that or something with 50 Cents, but 50 Cents is a little more hardcore.
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you have any pop-up shops coming up?
Yes, I actually have one in this Sunday. It's in the Bronx. And then I have a couple on the May 1st, May 2nd, May 7th, May 8th. I'm in Brooklyn, I'm in the Bronx, I'm in Queens. I'm all over the place. So majority of the time on the weekends, that's how I get my name out. There's always a booth. You can find me. You can just come by, say hello. I can introduce myself. I can introduce you to my products. There's no pressure. If you want to buy flour, I sell my flour there. I also have CBG white flour I sell there also. And that's that. You know, if anything, you can just come and get a business card, you know, and get to know me.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Has COVID affected the pop-up shops at all too? Since
No, believe it or not, it just recently started opening up in December of last year, and now it's like on a roll. Every weekend or once Friday hits, there's a pop-up shop somewhere.
Oh, cool. And if a customer was to like decide between CBD and CBG, what would you tell them to like are the differences between the two?
Well, CBG, it will get you focused. It will open up your appetite. If you're looking at the CBG flower, it has 0.2% of THC, so it's very, very, very light. It smells very fruity, but when I tried it, it didn't really affect me in any way, but it's just the health benefits to it. If they wanted something a little stronger but still healthy, would be the CBD. It has 0.6% of THC in the flower. And it's just relax you depending on how much you smoke or take. If you're taking the oil, it will relax you or put you to sleep. I always tell anyone, you know, if they do smoke marijuana and let's say if they want to try CBD oil, I always ask them how much do they smoke. If they say that they're actually a heavy smoker, I always tell them to start with our 1200 mg CBD oil or 2400.
Oh, cool. And what advice would you give to somebody who's starting in the CBD industry?
Pick a good name, pick something catchy and be different. Be completely different. And whatever you sell, make sure you sell your own products. Don't, you know, try not to like outsource and sell somebody else's brand.
Oh, cool. So yeah, if somebody wants to get in touch with you too, what's the best way?
They can call me. My business line is 347-517-9836. They can email me at info@illmaticny.com, or they can get my website, www.illmaticny.com.
Oh, awesome. It was great having you on. You're more than welcome back anytime.
Thank you so much. It
Yep.
was a pleasure. Oh, and I'm also on for Illmatic _ farm NYC from farm to NYC.
Oh, cool. So, yep, Henry here signing off. And like, again, great having you on here. We're more than welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.